Thank you for your time today, Ross and Mark. Today, we would like to propose growth strategy. It would be appreciated if you could share your perspectives and discuss our proposal with us. Before diving into our proposal, let's take a step back. The HVAC market has been growing, and this trend is supposed to continue in the future. Over 6 decades, your business has been growing too. After you two started carrying KDS, we acknowledge that you have been continuously working on expanding your business. In these days, you have been working on B2B business in order to be more profitable. That said, B2C business, so-called domestic boiler servicing, is still your cash cow, and B2B business operation has room to improve. Given the strong market potential, we strongly recommend that you address the operational transformation right now, not to miss the growth opportunity. We believe that we can add value your transformation to drive move faster and further.
We've conducted a PESTEL analysis because it's crucial to research and stay up to date to the latest development in the industry and the factors that can impact the boiler industry in the UK. When it came to the political element, the government regulations and the policies related to energy efficiency and carbon emissions were key, as well as the political stability and the government commitment to promoting renewable energy and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. When it came to the economical factors, such as GDP growth, interest rates, and inflation, they affect the demand for commercial boilers, as well as the cost of energy prices can increase adoption of efficient boilers. As we move to the social, awareness is key to environmental sustainability, and also the changes in consumer behavior, whether to make an impact or use green solutions in the market. The technology advancements, whether in the boiler or in the energy, are big drivers, such as introducing the solar pumps or thermal systems. When it comes to the environment, there's a growing environmental regulations and bills targeting carbon emissions reduction, and there is definitely a need to transition to clean energy. Last but not least is the legal when it comes to compliance and energy and employee health and safety.
Okay, folks, let's right now try to figure out how KTS is going to win more services business in the future. Well, first of all, the key point is to win services is to make sure that the customer has fully confidence on KTS capability. At the end of the day, when we are talking about services, trust is everything. Well, let's come up with some practical suggestions that we would like to share. First of all, KTS should consider having an agreement in place with the Committee of Climate Change, the so-called CCC, as UK government target supporter. Then let's move more to a practical operation activities, which is going to be to have a standard intervention reaction time, which is so-called RT. Critical requests should be processed within 6 hours. Urgent requests within 12 hours, and then maintenance schedules shall be planned in accordance with customer needs. Technician availability, it's a must, 100%. So in order to achieve 100% of technician availability, KTS needs to have a backup available at any time, as I say, in order to guarantee 100% technical service. Predictive maintenance, this shows that KTS works in advance to prevent failure. It's a very smart move to try to figure out if there is any potential issue that can be fixed in advance. It's linked to the predictive maintenance. There is a RAMS analysis, but KTS should try to analyze the reliability, availability, maintainability, and safety of the system. This is going to show that KTS systems are very reliable. And finally, the so-called health check. We suggest a regular system which is going to check the status at any time of the system.
Now, I would like to discuss the evaluation of potential offering a total service. Obviously, total service where the company would both supply and operate a new heating system has chance of increasing the value of customer experience. But the question is, how we can evaluate a total service? No one can be 100% sure about a new service, but we can minimize the risk and maximize the success rate by doing three things. First one is to have evaluation criteria such as feasibility, acceptability, and vulnerability from each division's perspectives. This enables KTS to check the new service launch from every aspect we should consider beforehand. Next is to run a simulation to know when to reach break-even point and know the PL and cash impact at the beginning phase. Last is set several key milestones to decide whether to continue a service. Therefore, it is crucial for KTS to set KPIs beforehand in order to evaluate a total service.
As we move into the operational proposition, how we're going to offer a subscription model to mitigate our overhead cost and prepare for the hydrogen transition. We've looked into two key components. First, introducing our packages, which is insurance inspections, chargeable repairs, installation work, and ad hoc requests. So one of the things we'll be doing as part of these service packages is removing like man-made holes, removing debris, and checking all operational adjustments, stripping stream and water mountings, and so forth. Also, we will be availing the service of attendants with inspectors to witness protective devices operating correctly and not, and all kinds of services from pipes, valves, weld, and repairs. And every single replacement will be part of our ongoing maintenance package, so that when in the end of the day we reduce our overhead cost and we make sure that we give some kind of kickback in reducing the paperwork if the customer takes care of that themselves. Now, the big shift that's happening is the transition to hydrogen. So there are safety considerations because hydrogen is highly flammable. It is used in boilers where it requires stringent safety measures, and also our employees need to be well trained on the hydrogen system safety. The availability of spare part is key, and making sure that we're specialized in equipment and servicing in terms of the training. Last but not least is system compatibility and upgrades. We need our hydrogen boilers to be ready and made in a different design so we can support the natural gas change, and to be retrofitted or upgraded to accommodate the hydrogen, which could impact the service and maintenance, and the technicians and engineers need to be super familiar with the hydrogen specific components.
Hello everyone, my name is Nof and I'll be your consultant to provide you with operational recommendations for a longer term growth. And when we're talking about longer term or long term, that means we are talking about strategy. We are talking about your sustainability as an organization in the business. As KTS, you have few areas that you need to look into in order to set your long-term plan or your strategy. First thing that you need to take in consideration, as an old organization, you have an advantage of historical database. Therefore, you have to work on improving your forecasting capabilities by using this historical database to monitor the weather and the seasons, and this would give you the ability to better predict the demand of the market. Secondly, you have to take in consideration eliminating any non-value adding activities that waste your technicians' time. Instead of focusing on the service, they would focus on filling forms or any other non-adding value activities. Therefore, you have to look for alternatives such as ERP or another platform. Thirdly, you have to invest in your own people. You have to invest in your own organization, meaning you have to invest in the training. As the UK government, the CCC, the Committee of Climate, they announced that they will be using hydrogen instead of gas to reduce emission, which is great. You have to take this in consideration. As a trend, you have to train your own employees. And previously, I believe my colleague mentioned that you have to look into consideration the agreement with the CCC as a supporter of the government. So in this bit, based on that, you will be having the advantage of training your employees based on the demand of the market.
So bringing it all together, the UK boiler market potential is significant due to several factors. So the UK has the large number of existing boilers in both residential and commercial properties. These boilers age, and they're more likely to require repairs. This creates a constant demand for boiler services. Now, the UK government has implemented various initiatives to promote energy efficiency and reduce carbon emission. This includes incentives for homeowners and businesses to upgrade their boilers to more effective models. As a result, there is a growing need for repairs. The UK climate makes boilers essentials as part of the heating systems for houses, and there is a continuous demand for repairs and upkeep and upgrades for these devices as they break down, which is more common. And the significant growth in the market and with the regulations of the government, energy efficiency is all over the place, and a competitive repair market for these energy efficient boilers is going to be required. Lastly, the transition to hydrogen boilers is still in early stages, and many considerations of the ongoing research and development and the impact of the boiler services maintenance and training and how we adopt the adoption, whether as a repair entity or the specific regulation guidelines that emerge around the businesses in the UK. And with this wraps it up, and thank you very much.